Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast, your home for all wrestling, everything wrestling. Mitch Starter, what's going on? How y'all doing this fantastic wrestling weekend? It's not finally concluded. How y'all doing?
I'm still trying to process everything that just fucking happened.
Evening, gentlemen. Yeah, I was ask Soda. We were watching it together. I was let down at the end. I was like, oh, we're just gonna do a clean Cody finish, and then Brock comes out and I lose my shit. So
I'm telling you, I had no idea that Cormier was in on the whole shenanigans because he was
good. See, they say kayfabe is dead. They're doing that so they can kayfabe us even more.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He even said he was like, oh, I think it was Chris Van Lee where he was on with him. He was like, "Oh, you think Brock's gonna come back?" And he was like, "No, Brock's under too many allegations, too many lawsuits. He's hot.
Yeah.
He's on."
I honestly thought that was the truth.
I mean, yeah, we all seen the Vince documentary and what went down. So it was like, yo, like this shit's crazy. And here he shows up to just annihilate Cena like he always does, and then boom, 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 and now we have Cena Brock next month. Is probably most likely gonna happen.
Listen, I'm just like, again, I'm still trying to find the words because we saw what happened in the main event, and which we'll get more into detail about it, but we saw this like darker aggression of Cody, and it's like, all right, and I'm like, all right, we're getting that Homelander Cody, and then like Mitch said, it's like all of a sudden, he picks up the victory. Listen, that was the best Cena match I've seen in years.
It's a great match
because ever since like Cena transitioned into that part-time thing, he's been having some off matches, but that one in itself, it was just simply amazing.
Yeah, it was genuinely was a great match. All together. I think after the way the match was going, and as we're talking about the main event, Cody versus Cena in a street fight for the world championship. It looked like it was dragging on, and then they added another layer, and then another layer, and then another layer. It's like, I don't know. It was like a 40-minute match. This was a long street fight. Then they took it out to the crowd. Then you brought him up on the ramp, and then you brought him back into the ring. Then you took out the bottom ropes. It was a whole lot. Then using the ropes, and then you get the finisher as what it was. I'm like, oh, this was wholeheartedly a great fucking night.
Yeah, I mean, just when you thought the match was going to end, Cody just throws him into the crowd. They start fighting, through the crowd, and it's just like, all right, cool. Like, I was surprised. It was like one of those, it kind of reminded me of like KO and Stone Cold, where we thought it was going to be like a 10-15 minute match, but no, it actually ended up being like full on match, 30 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think obviously the finish, everything, I think everything was well constructed. Should we start breaking down each match?
Oh, let's get down to it. What was Yeah, let's get right to it.
Yeah. So all right, so let's start with the Women's World Championship. Naomi defeating Io Sky and Rhea Ripley to retain. Fellas, was this the right decision?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Rhea doesn't the belt. Io's going to be involved in more matches later on. And you've given Naomi's been busting her ass for years after the whole Mercedes Moné thing, or Sasha Banks in WWE. Like she's well deserved of the championship for a while, and now that she's getting a world championship run, it's worth it. Until she starts dying out, give her the run that she deserves.
I agree. Yeah, I would give her a pretty lengthy run with the title.
Yeah, and just so you guys, if you guys, do know or don't know, in Naomi's entrance, right? The guy playing the guitar in the beginning.
That was her dad.
That was her dad. Yeah. So
that's
nice,
cool. Okay.
Yeah, nice, really, cool moment for Naomi. But yeah, again, you have to build Naomi up now that she's champion. Now that she's becoming, kind of adjusting characters. We've known Naomi to be this positive glow person, and then now it's like, all right, she's the complete opposite of that. So now you've got to kind of build on it, which you did, by putting the strap on her, right? And now that she's defeated 2 of the top women in WWE, it's like, all right, cool. Now let's continue pushing that. Now my question is, who does she face next?
Does she
That's a
go
good
after? Does Lyra get involved after her
I
loss
would have to
today?
think maybe Becky.
Does Becky? Is it Becky 2 belts again? Is she going after both belts?
I think you said Lyra and Becky. I'm gonna go with something that happened. I think it was last week, or it may have been 2 weeks ago, but I think it happened last week. I'm going with Stephanie Becker. I feel like they're also building up Stephanie, and a match with Naomi seems to be on the horizon, or maybe they might run it back since maybe like a one-on-one match with either Io or Rhea. But I think the next feud will probably be against Stephanie Becker.
Yeah, that kiss of death move is going to break up some marriages. I'll tell you that.
Hey, man.
It's
the book of tea, baby.
It's going to break the internet.
Ay.
So my question is Stephanie Becker ready for? Is WWE ready to give Stephanie Becker the big belt? Is she ready for a world championship run?
I don't know immediately. Like, she's still getting her feet wet. She's great. She's going to be there. But I don't know. So many others have paid their dues. I don't know.
Like, we still got to see a Bailey. With Bailey and Becky, are probably going out for a while. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of stuff that's gonna be
right.
I
Happening.
think we'll talk about Bailey and Becky, but I think that ended. I think with Bailey, kind of like inadvertently hitting Lyra. I think that's going to be the next long-term feud, and it's like, all right, now it's Go ahead.
Do we know Bianca Belair's injury status?
That's another one too. You don't know what is.
I can see Bianca coming back and them getting involved.
Is this a Seth Rollins situation where I'm hurt, but I'm not really hurt? I was gonna be off for a few weeks.
Right.
So that's something as well.
Yeah,
Io's probably can get her run again. Get a fair one with Naomi. Rhea's probably get a fair one with Naomi. But that's gonna be a one-off kind of thing. You already got the triple threat going. So it's like, all right, so where else you gonna go? You still got many women on the roster who's gonna get a shot. Soto's girl Chelsea Green's gonna get involved in the mix. You're gonna have all these other
Chelsea
girls.
Green's one of my favorites too. Yeah.
Okay, so both of y'all got this fandom for Chelsea Green. That's okay. She's deserving. Like she's got
great. No, she's got it. She's got the it factor.
So it's like, when does she get her push? Could it
my
be the
thing
push
is,
against?
you mentioned
the push against Naomi?
I don't know. It's a very good question, because it's like, all right, so like this match in itself, it's like, all right, they kind of already like teased us, right, with Stephanie Becker and Naomi. Perfect, great. What happens to Io? What happens to Rhea? And then what even happens to Becky? Because it seems like Lyra and Bailey are just going to be busy with each other. So.
And those are your 2 women that are like, well, not Lyra anymore, but Bailey is like, that's your next best option to go and probably dethrone Becky. So there's a lot. There's a lot to think about.
I can see Chelsea Green getting involved with Io or Rhea. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and the crazy thing is, like, Chelsea is a fan favorite, but I think WWE just doesn't know what to do with her. So
they don't know what to do with all the great talent. LA Knight, Chelsea Green, Karrion Kross, Austin Theory. I could go on and on and on.
Let's talk about we're talking about 4. Let's talk about Karrion Kross night 1. So can we agree? And I'll segue to tonight's really quick. Can we agree that Sammy and Carrie was probably the worst match in night 1?
Yeah, and the ending was super anticlimactic and safe.
I don't want to say the worst match.
I don't
want to say the
like
worst match of SummerSlam.
I don't know if it was like the worst match, because I think it was a mixture between that one and maybe Stratton versus Cargill.
I just hated the ending.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. So let me segue to the match earlier tonight. Was it really that good of a match between Solo and Jacob?
I think that was the worst match on the card.
Of night 2 or just overall?
Oh no, of night 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know overall, but definitely night 2.
Yeah. So
you know what was it?
That one down.
You know what was it? The TLC match.
Oh yeah, that compared to the Cena Cody Rhodes fight might have been the best match of the night.
I think everybody cooked, and it was like one of those matches where you didn't want to end because of all the great spots that it had.
Spanish fly.
I mean, it was just everything, and you had so many like high talented players in that match that it was like you just didn't want it to end.
They should have a 6-pack TLC challenge, tag team challenge at every SummerSlam now.
So that's paying homage. That's not a bad idea at all. I'm all for that.
Yeah, I think why couldn't they have this at their own? Like, remember when they had like TLCs? Yeah, they could have like
they should bring that back.
Yeah, exactly.
I think TLC should be stricken to WrestleMania, and you could have like you just said, either 6 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams. I just think that kind of like match type every year at WrestleMania, it would cook.
See, I think Money in the Bank should be on WrestleMania, but
like traditional, right?
Yeah, like back in the day, that was
it used to be, like it was originally.
But yeah, of course, and cancel the whole Money.
Make the pay-per-view something else, like it used to be back in the day, Judgment Day, whatever.
Yeah,
bring back No Way Out.
No Way Out.
Armageddon. Bring something.
Armageddon 2000.
Or you can come up with new ones too. Just be creative with it. You don't have to name them after match types.
You remember Taboo Tuesday?
Random ass pay-per-views in the middle of the week.
Yeah,
Cyber Sunday.
Cyber Sunday, yeah, like something like that. But listen, this match absolutely delivered in all aspects. Everybody
looked good.
Yeah.
I have no complaints.
My favorite spot was probably the Spanish Fly. That was
it.
And you know what? Credit to the people who took these bumps, because for a second I thought Candice LeRae died.
Yeah. Candice, I've seen Candice take way worse bumps than that. She's fine. She's tough potato.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, no.
You know what the thing is? WWE handcuffs a lot of talent, and they handcuff the women a lot. There's no shame on the women. It's no fault on them. It's the fault of the agents and the talent execs who put these people, and the producers who do these matches.
Right.
But you've never seen Candice LeRae do anything like this on WWE. Take a bump at that. You realize like the ladders they use in the women's matches are smaller than the ones for the men's. So she took the bump at that height in this situation. You know what I'm saying? That was great. Like where do you see that? You never see that at Candice LeRae, and then you realize, oh shit,
she used to do that shit. Sorry, she used to do all that shit all the time on the independents.
Yeah, and now she's doing. Now you have to see it at a high profile situation at a pay per view. Arguably the second biggest pay per view of the year. Next to, depending how you feel about the Rumble, but like this is the biggest. This is as Soto calls it. This is the show of the summer. This is it. This is the biggest. This is the biggest event.
Yeah. Now again, the question goes. It's like, all right. I think most of us had the Wyatts retaining. I mean, they just won the tag champions recently. There was no way for them, or it wouldn't make sense for them to lose it. And then obviously
they roll the belts.
Yeah, they also had the numbers game to their advantage.
Did you hear them getting booed though a little bit?
Yeah, I mean. We've seen a different side of the Wyatt Six recently, right? Ever since they turned heel. Yeah. So it's like, it hasn't fully turned heel yet, but they're kind of like on that verge.
Right.
But they were definitely the heel team, throughout this whole, mess of tag teams. But
heel team just in time for Halloween.
Absolutely.
Universal Studios is putting them as they're using them as an inspired event. So if you go to Universal Studios now during Halloween, you're gonna have a Wyatt 6.
There you go.
Action.
There you go.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the fans wanted, as I wanted, fucking.
I wonder how that's going to turn out, though. Sorry to cut you off.
What?
The Wyatt 6 attraction at Universal Studios.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a haunted house.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I
wonder if like they have all characters and then like the Fiend is like a surprise one.
Oh, they should have the Fiend.
So
the Fiend.
that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool.
So I'm not I'm not opposed to that at all. You know what I'm saying? If they did something like that, I'm all for it. But I think the fans, as myself, wanted the Street Profits to win. You could tell when they had their moves, when they had their moments in their spots, that the crowd was really invested in them. I was like, all right, cool, yeah, man. Ford and Dog is about to win it, and then it never panned out. But you could see the way it transpired between them and DIY, and then you had that one spot with Phoenix and Andrade, like, oh shit, they're about to win this, and then Morrison Machine Guns get involved and get their spot. Like, you never knew who exactly was going to win until like the last, like, I don't know, what do you think, Miss? Like the last like 30 seconds, you knew who was going to win, but you didn't know the top from the beginning, from the belt.
Yeah, I mean, Nikki Cross got involved. Eric Redbeard got Rowan got involved. Even Uncle Howdy got involved. So it's like, they all showed up at the right time, like right at the moments where their title reign was in jeopardy. Yeah. So I mean, once you saw them control the match at the end, you knew where it was.
Yeah, I enjoyed Fraxium in this. A little bit of me, if the Wyatts dropped the belts, kind of wanted to see Fraxium win it, but I'm okay with Wyatt's retaining.
Which
was the spot where it was Phoenix Andrade where they just he threw him up to get the belts.
Oh yeah,
that was tough.
Yeah, that was
amazing spot.
That was a very creative way to try to capture the tag titles. But again, there were so many spots. With Gargano's slingshot DDT, with Montez Ford, flying everywhere.
Was it Ciampa hanging from fucking the top of the?
It was the right mix of tag teams for sure.
Yeah, and we can't forget. Those who were sitting, the OGs that were sitting ringside, right? The Dudleys and the Hardys.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Retirement for them is incoming because they got one last TL. They got one last 3D.
Yeah, they're gonna do one more match in TNA.
That's gonna be great too.
Now we'll go to the women's IC championship, in which we saw Becky Lynch defeat Lyra Valkyria, in which was again, no count out, no disqualification, last chance match. So now that Becky Lynch defeated Lyra Valkyria, Lyra can no longer challenge for that title as long as Becky is holding it.
I mean, it's cool. Like, the match was good. It was a good quality match. I think you got a lot more out of Lyra than anything.
Yeah, I think it kind of like stretched out a little bit. But overall, yeah. I loved it. Becky Lynch was in control probably almost the entirety of the match once she put Lyra Valkyrie in the zip ties and just beating her down with the kendo sticks and the wrench and all that. But yeah, no, again, this just I think this match does more good than harm for Lyra, because it's like, all right, cool. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, where do we go here with Lyra? Like, where do we go from here? I believe she needed a big win.
I agree.
Yeah, but again, it's like, we saw the finish in which Becky had Lyra absolutely destroyed, and
crowbar.
And then only for Bayley to show up, interfere, and once you thought Bayley would turn and attack Lyra, she decided not to. Becky Lynch attacked Bayley. They went back and forth, and up until the end, where Bayley was the X factor, the deciding factor, in which she clocked Lyra with a chain, and Becky Lynch picked up the victory with the what's that move called again?
Man slam or something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, something like that. But
yeah, whatever.
but yeah, I mean, it was a solid match. I liked it. I just now I'm interested to see. It's like, all right, who's gonna go after Becky, or what's gonna happen between Lyra and Bayley? Because I feel like maybe tomorrow Bayley challenges Becky, right? And Lyra costs Bayley the match. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one of those things. But then after that, it's like, all right, who's Becky Lynch's next feud?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. There's a whole lot to be done. We were on before.
Does Lyra go back to being Becky's apprentice or something? Maybe.
No, I think she's done. I think she's done together. You can't. I don't know. Even like you can't do what you did to in those matches and say, hey, so let's work together again.
Well, no, if you turn heel, if you're turning Lyra heel, that's the perfect way to do it. What are you talking about? Like
that's true too. Does she
that's like
does
that.
She go heel?
That's how I would do it if I'm trying to piss people off. Yeah.
I mean, whatever you do to not be Triple H.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like we'll see. I think we'll get a much clearer picture tomorrow night. Yeah, overall solid match. Now, the match that we previously discussed that we thought was probably the worst match of the night was the United States Championship steel cage match. I had so much hope for this.
Yeah,
but yeah, so
this was a Raw main event. This was a Monday night main event.
Oh, real quick. What do you expect? You got two angry Samoans. This is gonna be a train wreck. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't get me. I don't know if you guys call Jacob's entrance or the wolf, the werewolf mask.
Yeah, he did that at Mania, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he does that at special events.
Yeah.
It
was okay. It was a decent match.
I think that match was pretty much predictable because it's like, all right, yeah, you knew like the MFT were going to show up, and again,
what's MFT?
The My Family Tree.
The entourage, Solo's entourage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That sounds better. That sounds better than My Family Tree.
Well, that's what they're called. If you watch a repeat, that's what they're called.
Solo's people.
Sounds worse.
But again, you knew what it was, right? You know, when Jacob only has Jimmy on his side against a whole freaking faction.
Yeah, you think he would have planned for this ahead of time, right?
Yeah. It's just like, all right, cool. We've been seeing the same thing over and over and over again for possibly the last 3 weeks. Yeah. Now, it seems like they're really high on Talatunga, aka Hikuleo. So I think we're definitely going to see a one-on-one match between him and Jacob. But in regards to the United States Championship, I think that's pretty secure. That's pretty safe right now for Solo. I just don't see any threat unless like Jacob ends up getting like backup. But yeah, like Jimmy is not going to take care of the whole, of the whole faction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah. I don't know what's next for them. I don't know if they can actually drag this out till Survivor Series.
It's done.
You think it's done? Okay.
Let it. Well, they could do Survivor Series.
I don't know if it's done.
But let this settle for a while. Give it a couple of weeks. And then
because it wasn't a good match. But yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the Intercontinental Championship match. Dominic Mysterio defeating AJ Styles. I love this match.
It was a fun match. This was enjoyable to be put right before the main event.
This was a full-on Eddie tribute match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything from both of them, AJ and Dom,
Yeah,
but everything they were doing was Eddie Guerrero
in
themed.
every single aspect that you can
I
think
loved
of.
it. I loved it.
This was a
Yeah.
full tribute to Eddie. I mean, from AJ Styles to wearing a Eddie like shirt, to
He looked good in
obviously
those trunks
yeah,
too.
yeah,
You
to
might have
the
to make
trunks,
this a consistent thing.
yeah, to the trunks, and even the lowrider. Like everything was full on Eddie, and then even to the finish of the match, right? With Dominic Mysterio kind of
The fact he puts the chair and Mark's leg got hit
yeah,
and lays there.
Styles. Yeah. Oh well, I mean, Dominic tried to pull an Eddie, and Styles just kind of like one upped him. And what's it called? Yeah, and then the finish where Dominic purposely unzips his boot. Obviously, and then almost causing AJ Styles to hit the ref. Dominic hit AJ with the boot, frog splash, 1, 2, 3, a la Eddie when he did that. Well, not
Yes, Kurt.
exactly, but he did it against Kurt at WrestleMania 20. So,
Arguably one of the best manias of all time.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was good.
So my question to y'all is this the end of AJ Styles?
No.
Nope. Nope. I think we're gonna run it back.
It just got at least a year. I don't mean sorry to cut you off, Soto.
No, you're good.
It's got at least a year. I think they're gonna have a huge send off for him, so we'll know ahead of time.
Okay.
And he'll probably have a TNA match before then.
Because they said for a long time, they were like, "Oh, AJ Styles is done at the end of the year. AJ might be done more sooner than we thought." So it's like, "Hey man, this could be it. This could have been the end of AJ Styles losing, in a great match."
Yeah, maybe the end of 2026. I don't know about this year though.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when it comes to AJ, I think there's probably one final like championship run in him. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to end up being.
I think they don't want him to overshadow the Cena thing or the Cena thing to overshadow him right now. So they're waiting for that to play out.
Right. I think the that last AJ run will be in 2026. Because like you said, just piggybacking, this is all about Cena right now. And with AJ, it doesn't have to be the WWE World Heavyweight. It definitely could be
an IC championship. Could be a US.
Yeah, so I see this as a one final run, but I definitely love the blend of wrestling styles with Dominic and AJ Styles. They complement each other very, very well. So good match, love it.
Yeah, it was great.
Let's get on to what we all want to talk about.
Yep, the main event, the United I almost said United States. Oh my God, it's all tired of it. The undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes once again captures the title, defeating John Cena.
Which, by the way, I want you to know, lasted 37 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, I told Soto, I was like, this is going to go at least 30 minutes.
So this was the longest match of the weekend, surpassing last night's main event when Punk beat Gunther, which was 30 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay.
So this was by far the longest match of the night and possibly the best match of SummerSlam.
I will say the ending was anticlimactic for me with just a clean Cody win until
You think it was poetic?
Brock came out.
Oh, okay.
Until Brock came out, that changed things. But until then, do I find it poetic? I wanted to see Cena double down after that face turn on SmackDown and be like, fuck you all. Just for a return heel. I wanted to see that.
So you know what? I'll be the bad guy. Fuck this. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Oh, no, just like, if you're going to be a dastardly heel, he faked it once before. Why wouldn't you fake it again?
That is true.
Yeah, no, all right. Well, Mitch, you know exactly. I broke that down from the very start, like how I was feeling. I was like, all right, the way John Cena's entrance, I was like, I'm not buying it. And then with Cody's entrance, I was like, ooh, embrace the hate. I love it. I was
Yeah.
like very Homelander-ish. I was like, so it was
Yeah, he's
clear
a
as
lot more
day that it was clear as day that like throughout the match, like Cody was the heel. I hate seeing that word either way, but he actually was being.
He was the villain between the two.
It was kind of a tweener versus tweener. They're kind of tweening right now.
Yeah,
anti-hero. That's what we call.
Tweeners.
That's what we call heroes who want to be bad guys so
That's
bad.
the inside term.
Well, you know, my hands were cold because I was nervous.
Yeah.
I was nervous. I was like, I was legit. Was like, at some point, at some point, I was just like, but, just the fact that we know, like, this whole sudden change from John Cena, I was just like, all right, are we really buying it or not? And then with Cody Rhodes, it's like, all right, are we really buying what we're seeing right now? And throughout the match, well, obviously when Cody Rhodes, like, you know, took the piece of the buckle, we were like, oh my god, this is like, it's happening. Because obviously at that time he was the aggressor. But yeah, this match was amazing to see. I mean, I have no complaints. I think, you know, to comment to what Mitch said, I think towards the end, I think we were just expecting that real shocking moment, and
rock music.
You know, like either what's it called, interference, or I kept telling Mitch, oh, when is the ref bump gonna happen?
Yeah, the ref bump.
Yeah, so like we were waiting for one of
we
those.
never got a ref bump.
Yeah. We did.
Yeah, that shocked me.
I was waiting for it. I was like, all right.
I just realized that when Miss said a clean Cody Rhodes, I'm like, yeah, it was. He was because I'm like, my mom, like, what does he mean? Like,
it's face versus
clean
face.
Cody. I was like, hold on a second, you're right. That makes Mrs. point even more valid. I'm like, there was no ref bump.
Yeah,
where's Charles Robinson at?
Absolutely none. So I was just like, all right, cool. And then once Cody like beat him, and you know what's crazy? Like they all did their like they did their moves, their finishers, and then they did their super finishers, because you know throughout the match they were all doing all right. Cody,
yeah,
this was like a video game. They did their finishers like 2,000 times.
Yeah. What did Cole call it? The Avalanche A. I'm like, the fuck is that Avalanche AA? I'm like, what do you mean?
Well, from the top rope?
Yeah, from the top rope, yeah.
I had an elevated AA.
He was like, oh my god, the Avalanche AA. I was like, the fuck is the Avalanche AA? What are we doing?
Yeah, you know, they were doing
25.
John Cena with
his career.
John Cena with his AA, and I was just like, all right, Cody kicks out. Cody with his, you know, crossroads. Cena kicks out, and then, you know, Cody's ultra finisher is the 3 crossroads. Cena kicks out. Cena's ultra finisher is the Avalanche AA, and I was just like, all right.
Like, all right, how are we doing this now?
Yeah,
now we're doing things we don't see. We don't see the fucking bottom rope that moment.
But of
Can't
course,
believe we didn't see a STF from back in the day.
Oh, that'd be nice.
But overall, I think nobody truly had complaints over this match. I mean, I think it did what's called. It definitely surpassed their first match from Mania.
Oh, it's not even close. We're talking about apples and potatoes here. Like, like this was way better.
Apples and potatoes.
They're way different.
But yeah, no, it was a great main event. But you know, just when you thought the show was over, right?
Hit the fucking music.
Yeah, hit the music, and Brock Lesnar returns to WWE programming.
I didn't have this on my bingo card. I'll tell you that.
No,
this was great. I'm like, oh yeah, I was like, no way. I was like, hold on a second. Is that who I think it is?
Yeah.
You hear Cole go, holy shit. I was like, yo, let's go.
No, I was watching. I was like, no, the fuck they did. Yeah, I was shocked. I was completely shocked. No, I think nobody truly expected this because of all the news that were circulating about Brock Lesnar. Oh, that he's retired.
Daniel Cormier, you see this shit?
I thought he was done. I thought for sure he was done.
According to Cormier, he was on TKO's ban list.
Good
Daniel
work.
Cormier,
Good job, Cormier.
Because you had me do.
Good job, man.
Yeah, no, Cormier really like covered for WWE like really well.
Cormier's a fighter, but he's basically a wrestler in terms of like he gets it. He understands that kind of stuff.
He goes, Brock is hurt. Brock's red hot. He can't be involved in anything.
He's an entertainer. He's an entertainer.
So I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean Brock is red hot? He beat the lawsuit like 6 months ago. We talking about he's hot. He's on TKO's naughty list. I was like, the naughty list. I was like,
hey, I bit it too because I heard it everywhere. So
when I saw the report of Brock Lesnar being possibly banned by I was like, oh, okay. I was like, makes sense. All right.
It makes sense. Thank you. It made sense. Exactly.
Right. But
there's
then
no Vince. And Vince got a fucking other thing going on.
And I thought the current management just didn't see eye to eye.
And throughout the show, right? Because obviously we're all in the group chat. I saw before that, I saw a tweet that said that Brock Lesnar was moved to like the current roster list, right? And I sent you guys that, and I was just like, I just thought it was interesting, right? And I was like, there's no way he comes out tonight. And once like he pops up, it's like, oh my god! But to think, that Brock Lesnar returns in this situation to feud with Cena one final time, I think it makes so much sense since they're taking Cena's history and they're taking his biggest rivals, or with Cody passing of the torch. They ran Orton versus Cena versus Cody, and now they're doing Cena versus Lesnar again. I mean, it's awesome. So
it makes perfect sense. I just didn't think Brock would come back. Like I said.
So I've seen nothing but positive reviews all over Twitter about how great the end of SummerSlam was and everything. How I think tonight transpired. So one of the pages that I follow, they have a parody account. So he goes, WWE gave Hulk Hogan 4 tributes. Triple H laughed off the Vince lawsuit. They just brought back Brock Lesnar. This company fucking hates its audience to an insane degree.
Yeah. It's true. They do.
I was like,
they have contempt for us, for sure.
This is absolutely insane. Now they're just going crazy to say, I see this, and that, what's going on. It's absolutely great. And now the more part, because we've all noticed that WWE's kind of slid off a little bit with all the issues between Rock and Triple H, and who's running the show, and is it the board, is it Triple H, is it it's going back to all Vince days, like no matter what you had going with the Shane, Steph, John Laurinaitis, Heyman, whoever it may be that was running the shows, it was always Vince up top who made the final calls and everything. So, obviously the first year Triple H was almost perfect. I'll give like a 9-8 out of 10. This year's been a little up and down between him and The Rock fighting and the whole Travis Scott situation now that he's not involved and The Rock's not involved with everything. Now Triple H trying to get control of everything again. And you see Brock show up the way he shows up just now. It's just like, this is incredible. And now it goes back going forward with Cena. It's like, you don't need Cena to have a belt. Like, you could have Cena do the last 5 months of his fucking of his tour. Like, you just go and wrestle where he wants to wrestle. Now Cody has the belt. Cody can now wrestle everybody else and put people in the main event scenes. Gunther's gone because he's getting facial surgery.
Oh no, but it's happening.
So now you got Cena.
Gunther versus Lesnar has to happen.
Yeah, and now but now you got Brock back, and now you got Brock and Cena.
Real quick, you're talking about the Triple H booking, John Cena. I truly believe. I was telling Soda earlier they botched the John Cena turn. If you're gonna, I don't think you should have turned Cena in the first place because you're wasting it. You just threw it away. I think they should have turned Cody, but if you're gonna do the Cena turn, do it at WrestleMania where it's a Mania moment.
Mm-hmm. Which ended up happening.
No, they didn't do it at Mania. They did it at Elimination Chamber, and then it was a flat Mania end with Travis Scott. It was horrible.
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
tragic.
I think when talking about Brock Lesnar, I think it's shocking because it's like we know what's surrounding Brock Lesnar with all the controversies, right? With the whole like sex trafficking lawsuit and and all that.
It's a liability, man.
So I mean,
They had sex dolls. They called them Brock Lesnar. That's crazy.
Like, did that lawsuit get settled, or like
They had to,
No.
or they
No,
just
no,
like
no,
they
it's
just
still tied
they
up in
moved.
court. It's still tied up in court, and it's going to be tied up in court.
So it probably just doesn't involve Brock anymore.
No, it definitely does.
Oh,
I don't know. I think that's a gamble. I mean, if it's
It
if
is
it's,
a liability.
yeah, if it's still going on, that's a
Pretty
that's a
sure
huge
it's still
gamble
going
because
on.
I was looking through like Twitter, and there were some fans who were like still visibly upset, because of that. I'm not gonna get into it because again, that's a delicate situation.
Yeah,
there's a lot out
like,
there.
I can understand. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah.
The
But-
details I got put out because of that, just not even with like just Vince, but like surrounding Brock and what was involved with that. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
But
But
just
as
yeah.
wrestling fans alone, I mean, that was cool.
Yeah,
From a
no,
wrestling perspective, this is fantastic.
yeah,
All
that's
right.
where I was gonna go. As a
Yeah.
wrestling like fan perspective, like I thought that was like a shocking, oh my god moment. Like, what the
It
fuck?
was, for sure.
You
It was
know.
a good end to SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think I think they wanted the pop moment for now, and I think they'll deal with tomorrow's problems tomorrow.
I'm surprised they didn't. They had the Cody clean win. They didn't have Brock come out and destroy Cena and have it end that way. And have Cody
have Cody win fresh off of the Brock annihilation.
yes.
That would, that's
I would have
definitely
enjoyed
a lot of
that
things.
more, but hey.
That's teasing a lot of things, I gotta say.
Yep. And then real quick, so that caps night 2, right? But real quick, we'll speak real quick about night 1. We had again number of amazing matches.
And a very depressing one.
There's one that sticks out for sure.
Yeah, there's one that sticks out. I mean, listen, you had Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, which I think
that was the right decision.
I think that may have been my favorite match.
Did Braun get hurt? Braun Breaker?
Yeah. He might have a meniscus problem.
He was limping to the back.
Yeah, he was limping to the back. I hope it's nothing serious, but it didn't look too good.
Watch the internet people be like, because Seth faked his, be like, it's fake.
Yeah, Tea Leaves are not gonna like that.
No.
We had new tag champs, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
So they're actually gonna go through with this and have these two carry the belts for a while.
That's what I've been saying. This is perfect.
I like it. I like it because this
contrast.
this look at the miracles that happen, right? Everybody. Oh, well, I'm not gonna say a vast majority of wrestling fans despise Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
You pair her up with Alexa Bliss, and now she's becoming lovable.
You're gonna make her likable. Yep.
Exactly. With
And
this
you know what
whole
they're gonna do in a month? They're gonna kill that shit.
But if they do kill that shit, I think this is going to be Alexa Bliss turning on Charlotte.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't think you kill it this early then, because I don't think you've established Charlotte yet.
I would agree. I wouldn't kill it this early. I just think
you gotta build her up more.
Yeah, you gotta build them up more, and you gotta.
Well, you gotta get the face momentum going for Charlotte, so there is still some residual hate there.
Yeah, and not only that, look at the past reigns as women's tag team championships. Like, it hasn't been
short.
20 between the two of them.
It hasn't been very memorable. I mean, even though I think Raquel and Liv did pretty good, but you need to add more credibility to that championship. So having Alexa Bliss pair with Charlotte Flair, two uncommon people, right? Two women that you can easily put in the women's main event scene. For them
should be wrestling against Becky Lynch.
To kind of take a step back and pair up with each other and become tag champs, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree with you.
we had Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre.
So we can move forward with this match because we see, we
Dude,
knew Logan and Drew going to win. But that being said, Jelly Roll wasn't half bad.
No, for his situation, I think he's putting in effort and doing a lot better than Travis Scott did.
He was okay. He wasn't. It wasn't like a last match. He was okay.
And he's not trying to big league everyone. He did the job as he should have.
Oh, yeah. You know what's crazy? Like, obviously, because you throw in a celebrity there, you think they're going to pick up the victory. No, he ended up losing, even though the rumor has it like they were booked to win. But I think he's sticking around for like sporadic appearances because I think
that was the right move.
Yeah,
so
I think it's the right move.
Paul versus Jelly Roll match down the line.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Look, you saw the huge bump that Jelly Roll took from that frog splash from Logan Paul.
He did good. He did good.
I think he did better than most.
Yeah, he did.
No Bad Bunny.
I could tell he cared about it.
Yeah, but you know what? He's a wrestling fan first, which gives it more reason to do so. Like back in the day, it was like they were random ass people around. Like the people who are coming in to wrestle now these one-time matches, they are fans first. They want to learn the business, learn the game.
That's why I like the speed stuff, because he comes in and gets creamed and puts the other wrestlers over as he earns his own stripes with WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He gets it. He understands it.
Yeah, and that's why the biggest difference between Jelly Roll and Travis Scott. One is a wrestling fan, and the other one is in it for the money.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
So
as much as I hate Logan Paul, though, who can wrestle, he's made to be a wrestler.
Really fucking good.
He is so hateable. He's a great heel.
Yeah. I think. Listen, I think a lot of us don't really are fond of Logan Paul, but I am. I think in terms of me, I respect what he does in the wrestling ring because he takes that serious.
I dislike him as a person, but as a wrestler, he's amazing. I can't deny it.
Yeah, he's really fucking good.
And I love what he's doing with the "Stay Humble" music and the like. You're trying to come into our world, Jelly Roll, and turning it around. I love that.
He's doubled down on everything and just
that's great. That's really good.
He might be the best gaslighter in wrestling.
He's really good at gaslighting. Yeah.
He's on a Miz trajectory to gaslight people and set people up. He makes it so easy to hate it. You love to hate him. He don't care.
Yeah, it's beyond easy. Yeah.
And then we had the Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, Mitch, I know you did not like the decision in this match.
Not at all. Karrion Kross is my guy, and I feel like Karrion Kross has one foot out the door, and this is a prime.
So you got a book? You got a book to take notes and be the shrink for Mitch?
Yeah, for real. I need some therapy.
Lay on the couch, sit back and talk about your problems.
Yeah, Karrion Kross is a champion, and they're dropping the ball on this guy, and the Sami win was weak, and it ruins the storyline. There, I've said my piece.
Okay.
That's not enough. You want to say more.
I'm going to say my piece with this. I'm not mad at it, but I think, all right, I don't think Karrion Kross is leaving. With a lot of speculation is like, oh, he lost. Yeah, he must be out the door. I don't think so. With Sami Zayn picking up the victory, I think and I've said it. I think a couple of times. I think Sami will eventually be world champion. I don't think that's going to happen this year, but I think this victory over Karrion Kross, the guy who's been instigating Sami about, oh, you'll never be a world heavyweight champion and stuff like that. I think that starts this journey with this victory. So I think that's it for Sami. I think now it's like, all right, world title.
I love Sami Zayn, and I feel like an asshole for saying this. I don't think he's ever going to be world champion.
You don't think he's it?
No. I don't think he's going to. I think he always gets there. He's going to get it, but he doesn't.
Oh, so you're talking about he's main event Jey Uso? Like he'll get
pretty
there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think WWE loves this, again.
But Jey Uso got there.
Underdog storyline, and I think that's what they're going to build around Sami Zayn because they've been teasing that even when his feud with Drew McIntyre. Because Drew McIntyre was like making fun of him. Oh yeah, you'll never be world champion and whatnot.
Right. They've been doing this for a while.
So circling back to Karrion Kross, so I think what
Who's
Karrion
being
Kross,
done the same way they're gonna do Aleister Black in a few weeks at this rate. They're gonna do it.
don't you start that. Don't you start that.
I'm just letting you know.
Don't you start that. Because once we get to the main event, oh my God, I'm going to.
We'll talk about that. Let's talk about Karrion Kross right now.
Karrion Kross, I think when it. Oh, lovely dog.
Sorry.
No, you're good. When it comes to Karrion Kross, so he has to what? Apologize to Sami Zayn or something like that tomorrow.
Some stupid shit.
And this is just me. Karrion Kross seems to be right every single time until Sami Zayn just proved him wrong. Now, maybe you guys could disagree. Is it remotely possible that there's going to be a character change with Karrion Kross?
Yes. Don't know when, but this is now trickling down to the point where it could
I
happen.
don't agree with it because I think Karrion Kross is a great heel, but since his popularity has been getting up there, and now the fact that he has to, like, I guess, apologize or whatnot to Sami Zayn, could be a face turn for Karrion Kross.
I've had my hopes up too much with this for too many months of they're gonna push Cross. Nope, he's on main event and he's losing to Dragon Lee.
It's kind of like that LA Knight booking.
Yeah, that's a great person to relate it to. Yes.
Yeah.
Compare, yes.
I just thought that maybe maybe it could happen. Karrion Kross, who knows? Maybe has a change of heart or whatnot. And again, he's always
what
right.
Is this fucking Baron Corbin? Is it? Oh, I just want to be. I'm down on my luck. I gotta get better.
Yeah, that was a guy like that. I enjoyed that when he was like receding hairline. His hairline looked like he was 50 years old.
Corbin, that was a great storyline.
Yeah,
how'd that work out?
Well, that's because of new management. Under Vince, that would have stayed for a while.
Where is Baron Corbin now?
Anyways.
And then you have the main event, CM Punk defeating Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And guess what? My man did it. It lasted over 10 seconds.
Until he didn't have it.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Dude, I will say this. That was done so perfectly. How it looked like it was just going to be a stare down, and then he starts going to the back, and then slowly just kicks out.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
I think I think Seth Rollins has surpassed Edge as the ultimate opportunist.
Oh, he's Mr. Money in the Bank.
He is the
guy who signifies Money in the Bank now.
I think this weekend solidifies Seth Rollins as an all-time great, because in the span of 10 years, he has 3 of the top 5 greatest moments since like 2000.
I think
in the past decade.
I think he's always been there.
3 of the top 5 moments.
Yeah, I think he's always been there. He's just solidifying himself. But yeah,
Heist of the Century, what he did in 2020 with what's his face, with coming back and main eventing. And then now with the rules, just him coming in, just stealing fucking Punk's thunder.
Yeah,
and Punk finally got the
WrestleMania turn.
And I loved it, because going back to the Gunther and CM Punk match, that was a great, hard-hitting match. I mean,
that was a great match.
I mean, I think, don't get me wrong. I mean, CM Punk obviously still got it. But when it comes to like top wrestlers who like make you look good, there's Gunther, there's AJ Styles, like they make you look good.
Yeah.
So like CM Punk, even though he's 46, 47 years old, it made like CM Punk look better than he is. And
elevated him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what Punk's done since he came back. Bash in Berlin versus Drew. Bad Blood versus Drew. Survivor Series. The qualifying match for the Chamber with Sami Zayn. the actual chamber match, Mania, Night of Champions versus Cena, and now SummerSlam versus Gunther. That's all in one singular year.
Yeah.
With CM Punk. When people come to talk so much and just troll and fucking diminish Punk's name, like, let's not forget how good CM Punk is. He's been gone for a while. He shook the rust off in AEW, and then he came back, and now this guy's an absolute fucking horse.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good to get on to him, especially for the Saudi Arabia shit when he told Miz to suck a blood-covered dick for going to Saudi Arabia. Well, how did that age?
So it's just all this going on now is like this is like it's great to see. And by the way, another post just came on about speaking of Karrion Kross. The fans are yelling, "We want Cross." And
yeah, we do.
Someone goes, "You." Triple H goes, "You want Brock? You've got him."
Sounds about right. That sounds exactly about right. He hears Brock. We say Cross. He hears Brock. Exactly.
But yeah, moral of the story: little Punky had a great moment.
Yeah, you know who has had a great moment? I need not say his name because his name is.
Oh, he had a great moment until
he kicked out Damian Priest. He fought Ron Killings. Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. Knocked them both out. But
I give it 6 months. If this dude, if Karrion Kross isn't in the main event, is not in the main event scene in 6 months, I'm gonna be pretty bothered by that.
He should be on his way already.
We just have to with Karrion Kross. We just have to wait and see if he actually resigns. I mean, I think all signs had pointed to possibly resigning because again there was new merch. He was in a storyline, but then latest reports was we haven't heard anything about resigning, and his contract ends up this month. So that's worrying a lot of people. But who knows? Maybe they're just keeping it close to the chest.
Dude, yeah, WWE is too smart. They can't drop a colossal star in the making like
there's
this.
3 wrestlers that need to be pushed in 26, otherwise they'll never amount to anything.
Let's do the match. The ones
and that's Aleister Black, that is Karrion Kross, and that is Jacob Fatu.
And no, LA Knight.
And okay, we'll make that 4. LA Knight. Those 4 wrestlers in 6 months need to be main event material.
Yeah, I agree.
In any capacity possible.
I agree.
You don't gotta win. I don't care if Aleister Black never wins. He's got to be in the main event scene. I don't care if Karrion Kross doesn't hold a belt. He needs to be involved in some main event scene in whatever shape or form, a pay-per-view, whatever the case may be. He needs to get involved. LA Knight, maybe it's an age thing. Maybe he is the ultimate mid-carder, but I think they've proved that
Kross is the same
Knight
age.
is fucking legitimate.
Yeah, Kross is the same age.
Yeah. So maybe it's it could be something like that as well. But there's a lot of guys. Jacob Fatu is skyrocketing, and they need to move past his show situation, and they got to get him involved in the minute somehow. And now that Brock is back, you have a perfect way of putting him over in a situation.
I just hope they don't have Brock steamroll over everyone again.
Well, yeah, you gotta,
that's what I'm hoping. But I think as of right now, I think the goal is for him to fight Cena.
Hopefully.
And then whatever happens after, I guess we can chime on that and predict. Hopefully, LA Knight gets a crack at a championship opportunity against Seth. I mean, even though I hate to say it, Seth would probably come out on top. I don't know. There was also a rumor that I read that LA Knight could be looking, to leave due to poor, creative. And if that's the case, I don't blame him one bit, because the fact that he's gotten over with the crowd in such a short amount of time after he was, he
was the hottest wrestler on the roster.
Not just that, but remember in 2023 when they were when he was getting hot and they're like, oh, he's gonna fizzle out. He has stayed relevant and hot for 2 to 3 years.
Logan Paul at LA Knight when in Cleveland?
Yes, and that should have been a WrestleMania match. That pisses me off.
That was a great match, and from that point on, that was
this guy's top notch. They should have said that for Mania.
I also want to point out that everything about Seth Rollins and the cash in, it was absolutely perfect. To perfection.
It was a right opportunity for everything to pan out, and you took away
trolling
at that
the
point
crowd.
the biggest moment of the night.
Yeah,
And you
trolling
walked
the
out
crowd.
and pulled the Batista.
Yeah, trolling the crowd as he, didn't need the crutches, took off his knee brace, beat CM Punk. But it seems now that something that we were lacking from him, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman was a name for the group. So it seems like WWE has filed a trademark called the Vision. So since he is,
I heard that a while ago, and I love
Evolution 2.0, I guess.
I like the Vision. I like the
I
Vision.
like it. I like it because Bronson Reed and Breaker, especially Breaker, but Bronson Reed too, they are the future, right? And that's kind of like a thing that Seth Rollins keeps saying: the future, the future, the future.
Yeah,
and he
I
is
like
the visionary, so it makes a lot of sense.
Perfect.
I'm all for it. But now that everything's starting to simmer down a bit, or as have we think, because now Triple H is trolling the crowd about Karrion Kross, which is so fucking funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So just like, and so Humble Wrestling came out on Twitter just now. Pro wrestlers take it very personally when their matches don't turn out good. This was a statement from Cody and Cena. We are sorry for the Mania main event.
Sorry for the Mania event.
How bad the Mania event was. The Mania main event was, and now this essentially, how Mick said, this definitely made up for what happened.
With the Mania event, it's just like there was zero need for Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rock part, it makes sense. We get it. But, I think what people are not going to forgive about that match is that they never followed up with that trio.
No.
I mean, Travis Scott wouldn't commit with appearances, and The Rock is doing God knows what movie, but they never followed up with that. So it was always Cena by himself. So then a lot of people's like, all right, so then what the hell was the point of having Cena team up with him and Travis Scott? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
Here's
another wrestling fan. No Rock, no Travis, no heel turn. You ain't seen nothing yet. Triple H, you're a fraud, fam. There's so much going on. Like it's just
opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one,
I'm not mad that there was an heel turn. I'm really not. I mean, I was expecting one, but I'm not, because now it's like, all right, going forward, it's like, all right, we saw the return of Brock Lesnar, so we already know what route that's going.
We got a main event heel now. We don't need to turn one of the two.
Exactly. And now with Cody, the question is, who's going to feud with Cody?
That's a good question.
That's the next move, and there's so much to be given for that you have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah. So, and I think that's the problem that SmackDown has right now. I don't think they have a main event heel person.
You're right. You know what I want to see? I want to see a Randy Orton turn, and I want to see a Cody versus Randy program.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm with you. And it could happen. I think it very well could happen. I think this time around, I would say, pull the trigger.
Yeah, I like that.
Make everything happen now before we get to the Rumble, because once Cena's gone, everything changes going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be the future. It's going to be different. But yeah.
Yep. There's going to be call-ups and everything.
I'm looking forward to it.
This era ends, and we'll see Obafemi one day. But that's a conversation of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave that here for now. That'll do it for us in today's episode of the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in week in and week out, showing number love. This is a long weekend of wrestling. But you know what? It's so well worth it.
Definitely worth it.
Well worth it.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to tune in to anything that you miss, hit the link tree down at the bottom. You see right here. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Twitter or X. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Threads, Instagram, everything. You name it, we're on it.
Yep.
So
we there.
Yeah. check us out.
Yeah. And for those who tuned in, for the post show, thank you. We appreciate it. Again, more content on the way, so stay tuned.
Yep. Have a great night, everyone.
Till next time.
Take care.